Hi, it's Friday, the 16th of October 2020, and it's 17:47 in the UK. And today is the start of a new 20-day cycle, which is Red Rhythmic Dragon, just next to my finger there. There's blue tack going on. Okay, so you can see we're starting a new top of the calendar. So we've got 20 days going down here. And so this one is, we count across, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're on the 11th column of 13. So 11 in the Mayan means letting go. So of everything that we've done up to now, it's what do we need to let go of, because the Great Mother is bringing in new information for our cosmic evolution. And so in terms of rhythm, it's time to get into balance, number 6, with what she's bringing us. And it takes us down to the bottom, which is here at the bottom. You can see we have yellow crystal sun. So that's what we're working towards, our crystal complexity. How much light can we hold through healing our shadow? And we're really, really close to the new moon in Libra, so it's a dark moon time at the moment. And I'm just going to read you the degree. So right now, using the lunarium, so you can always check this out yourself, lunarium.co.uk, and you can put in the date, the time, and where you are in the world in the time zone. So in the UK, we're in the Mary Magdalene code of 22 degrees, the master builder number. And the actual new moon is going to be at 23 degrees, so not long to go. I'm actually doing a shamanic drumming journey with some friends tonight, so we're going to set a powerful intention as to what needs to come into balance for us as individuals that will ripple out in the world through our personal transformation. So I've baked some cookies. We've got some healthy heart cookies, heart-shaped, and I've also made a healthy warming orange juice, with orange, apple and lemon juice, actually, with cinnamon and cloves. So yeah, really feeling that autumnal vibe here. So this website, which you can check out, is aquaorfire.net, and it's a channeled work of inside degrees, an ancient glass vial perfectly preserved, soul memory intensively held to ancient faculties, a stunning quality of still feeling the way people felt a very long time ago, a super sensitivity hidden and protected, disguised and played off of. Underneath, being vastly in tune with realms of existence, places and times that to others are remote, but that to you are closer than close. Your unsurpassed ability to bring other realities into this world faithfully, accurately, and dispassionately has a dazzling array of accompanying treasures, which include feeling virtually immune to contemporary egoisms and having no problem at all imagining and bringing to life absolutely anything. A repository of timeless knowledge to draw from, yet it is self-replenishing, the bottomless well of source knowingness, unaffected by time, by circumstance, or by any changes you go through. Riches that bear integrity and conviction and quickly disappear out of view when called to compromise or compete. It's all inside, And it is complete, and it is so very true. So that's just an amazing reading. It's beautiful and wonderful. The Libra energy is all about relationship. It is all about relationship with ourselves, how we've learned to relate, and how we are now playing that out. So it's really important to do inner work on ourselves and start to create healing and change and transform what is no longer serving us. So the new moon is coming in here around about 8 o'clock this evening, and Libra 23, I'm just going to read you that. A tremendous boulder hovering over the ocean. Collective cycles are everything here. You are caught between worlds, part of many, belonging to none. Changes are imminent. The air is buzzing with future currents. No rest, no quiet, no continuity. You verge on astounding things, held poised at the edge. You feel propelled by destiny to obsess upon where we are all now, where we came from, and especially where are we going. Gathering impressions towards the harvest, staying tuned for further developments, and knowing it's got to come any moment now. It's going to come, any moment now. I can feel it rising up. So yeah, really powerful time. And again, most of humanity still programmed to reflect on everybody else, everything else, what's outside of ourselves. In terms of really coming into balance now, what it's about is I. How do I co-create in this world? How do I relate? How do I impact on the world? And what do I experience in the world? And then just really working with that. It is very complex, but it is very simple in a way as well. It's about tuning into our heart and how we're feeling. And many people can't do that in a way that they would have thousands of years ago, because a lot of us have repressed our feelings in order to survive. So again, today is really about Red Dragon, what the Great Mother is bringing for our cosmic evolution, and how to set ourselves free from these old patterns. I'm just going to show you the cards that I got today as well. So I've got Demeter and Persephone today, which again is a workshop that I'm doing at the moment with a group of women in person and online. And this, again, something I've been passionate about doing. I've been doing it since 2012. It's not something that I actively chose to do. Again, with a lot of this work, you just find yourself drawn to new things, and it goes from there, because this is all about new consciousness, but also paradoxically from ancient myth and legend. And again, this is how the soul journey works, I believe, is ancient wisdom that we are remembering and returning to comes in the form of metaphors. And so that's the hero's journey, the hero's story, the heroine's journey. The heroine's story is a process that we go through, and in every culture throughout the world there are common threads. So Demeter and Persephone emergence, this card is, as Persephone descended to the underworld, I descend into my inner self to reaffirm my own truth and my own feeling of self-worth. Then I rise again to the outer world to put this knowledge into practice. So very appropriate for shamanic journeying, of course, as well. Which world will we travel to tonight? Will it be the lower world, the underworld, the middle world, or the upper world? If you haven't tried shamanic journeying yourself, it is really easy to do, and you can get some amazing results just have a look on YouTube and do some research, and there's lots of ways for you to do that and to experience that. And it's amazing what happens, what information comes through from, who knows, our spirit guides, our higher self, whatever you choose to believe. That's the key. So the Mayan Oracle card today is Blue Storm. And so Blue Storm happened a couple of days ago. Yesterday we were on the finishing of a 20-day cycle, which was Yellow Overtone Sun. And the day before that was Blue Self-Existing Storm. So again, today we're on Friday, so that was Wednesday. So just notice what happens to you on Wednesday. Could you stay in your center when you were triggered in some way? If you've had a triggering experience, could you control your emotion at that time? And again, this card also links in. This is the Thoth card, which is the Four of Cups, luxury. And this is a very interesting card as well. So again, going to the number 4, which in tarot has a different meaning again, really. It means that it can't be maintained for a very long time. And I'll put a link on, which again is Eli tarotstrikingly.com, so you can check out more, because these Thoth cards are just amazingly deep and powerful. So I'm not going to go into all the information. It's a very detailed language as well. Comes from the Golden Dawn, comes from the Tree of Life, ancient practice. So luxury is part of our inner inheritance as a divine child. And how many people live from a place of luxury truly on every level, so that they feel that they're having an amazing supported time on planet Earth right now? And I mean on every level. So I don't just mean on the material level, but I also mean on the emotional level. And the cups, that's what they refer to. So the planet is the moon and the sign is Cancer. And so again, it's looking at how we're feeling emotionally. And again, when you cross-reference these cards, you can really see how it all works together. So number 4 is a number of foundations: materiality, physicality, practicality, and prosperity. And it represents buildings, doorways, the earth itself. So again, it depends on our personal belief system around what we believe luxury is. Some people believe it's overindulgence, which is talked about in this card. And again, it's very subjective depending on where you live in planet Earth. For some people, having just the basic necessities is a luxury right now. And often we forget just how lucky we are to have a roof over our head and to have family and things that many people take for granted. So what this card means, that for 4 weeks or 4 months, the current shall experience emotional luxury, which is the capacity to make other people feel emotionally satisfied, secure, and peaceful. A period of contentment, but this is the edge of completion, and a new vision of love is being seen. So, and it goes on. So for me and the work that I do, how I interpret that card, and I get this card a lot, which is feeling in a good space emotionally. and helping other people feel in a good space emotionally, and working through this on a deeper and deeper level, and sharing the tools that I share around how to work with the shadow and how to bring ourselves into a different storyline. This week, astrologically, is a really tough time. And I'm just going to read you a little bit about tonight's, which is a supermoon. Okay, so again, relationships and karma. The way that I understand karma and how it works is karma is literally about patterns. So understanding our family patterns is key to the Mayan dream spell. It's what it's all about, I believe, and that's how I experience it. So this one is a trilogy of supermoons. So the first one happened in Virgo on September the 17th, and the next one will be in Scorpio on November the 15th. So these are gateways that are opening now. And these are setting the stage and preparing us for a total new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius that takes us into the next 260-day cycle. So this new moon solar eclipse is on December the 14th, and the new cycle is, let me just check, I think it's the 17th of December, so I'm just going to put that in. Right, no it's not. Good job I checked, isn't it? Okay, so it's actually, wow, okay, so it's coming in. Is that what I just said on that day? Right, no, okay, but I've not checked out the astrology with local times actually. So new moon solar eclipse, it's saying, this article that I'm reading from, which is moonomens.com, and I'll put a link to this, is on December the 14th, but that could be the 15th in the UK. I'll double check that and post about that. So I don't tend to go that far ahead. It's I've got enough trying to keep up with what's happening in the here and now. So, okay, so it's around the time anyway that the next 260-day spiral starts. And because that's the 15th of December. So I'm going to be looking at doing some really key work for people at that time so that we can really start to focus on how to set an intention for the next spiral as well. And they always come round faster than you think. So this is the closest super new moon that we're experiencing this year. So there's a really strong pull here. And there's also lots of other things going on as well in astrology. So again, it's really working with ourselves, bringing ourselves into balance. That's got to be the key focus. And that we need to, again, going back to the Four of Cups, we need to make sure that our cup is full in terms of that we are feeling good, we're feeling healthy, you know, we're not running on empty, but also in terms of transformation, that we're constantly emptying our cup and transforming it. Now, the Sun and Moon at 23 degrees Libra are creating a trine, which is a really lovely energy, to the North Node in Gemini, which is really key in my chart. And this is here. This is all about right relationship. This is here until 2022, this energy North Node, which is your soul dynamic as to right relationship, how we're learning to have right relationship, often experiencing what isn't right in order to know that. So this is really key, karmic relevance to this super new moon. So conscious expression. So again, so important today to be setting that intention for yourself to bring the shift, because remember, the shift on the planet comes in through each one of us. And whenever a new moon or a full moon is in alignment to this axis, the energy that that aspect brings will be with us for the rest of the lunar cycle. So as this is here until 2022, and again, Gemini is all about communication as well, curiosity, trying to see things from other people's perspectives, and new learning for us, really, how to let go of rigidity in order to open up to new ways of being in relationship, because that's really where we learn most things, isn't it? Unless we're a hermit all the time. So there's going to be some amazing synchronicities apparently, and fated interactions, and there's lots more going on in this astrology as well. So the Sun and Moon are opposing Mars retrograde at 20 degrees of Aries, and that took place on October the 13th. So this is again still very active. So this again is just bringing this back to ourselves, is the more grounded we are, the more in our centre we are, the more that we're happy with what we're doing, the more that we're doing what we love. And so for me, doing the Mayan calendar and sharing it with other people, sharing tools of emotional healing, emotional freedom technique, passionate about that, having fun with people, doing deep esoteric stuff really floats my boat, and that's what we're doing tonight. Yeah, just anything that I can do for myself and share with others around bringing in deeper awareness and magic, you know, just magic. That is absolutely key for me and changes my energy. So the more that I'm working with this framework, many frameworks around healing, and the happier that I am. I don't think I've ever really done sort of chit chat and regular stuff, really. It's just not my thing. So yeah, you won't find me doing sort of surface chatter because I'm not very good at it. But ask me about somebody's North Node, or ask me about somebody's Mayan sign, or something about the starry skies, or discoveries on the planet, archaeology, things like that, esoteric work. That's what really gets me really fired up and passionate. And also, you know, things like plants and how to use plants for healing, how to be out on the land for healing, and how to really connect to the earth. That's something I'm really passionate about as well. So in these next 20 days, the Great Mother is bringing us an opportunity to let go more and more. That's what this year's been all about, of what's old, what isn't serving us. And key to this is old survival patterns, so that we can become more and more free to let go of the old paradigms and have new beginnings. Remember, this 260-day cycle is about new beginnings because it started on the 30th of March, just after the spring equinox. The next one is going to be about going through that Sagittarius gateway of where new stars are formed. So it's exciting, it's about healing, it's about letting go of any limitations, and yes, so exciting on the back of Halloween, of course, where we'll get the message coming in from our ancestors and all the support, because the veil is so thin. At the moment, we've got Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, So we are revisiting all our intimate experiences, especially around wounding, again, so that we understand what wounds us. Always look at it from this perspective of, oh, you know, why do we have to go through this? Because until we learn how to not do it anymore through healing it and then creating new ways of relating, it has to come up, because that's how it works. You know, we're in a mystery school, so we have to keep going over old ground. So a few people have got in touch with me at the moment who are soul searching, who know there's something not right about their life, and hey, who doesn't at the moment on planet Earth? It's massive. Big story underneath there. And so this story has to happen so that people awaken to what's really going on, because a lot of it has been hidden up to now. So it has to come out into plain sight, and people will then, unfortunately, become very uncomfortable, as always happens around hidden things. It can be very shocking, more and more shocking things coming out. And it has to come out first in order for us to understand what created that, and then how to go into a different space because of that. So I hope you have an amazing 20 days, and that you set an intention today at this supermoon time to heal yourself and come into balance with your shadow, because that is the most powerful way that we are going to change the world, is by changing ourselves and having a different human being experience. If you want to know more about any of these patterns and codes and how you can use them to bring yourself into balance, please do get in touch with me. My blog is flowwithjo.com. Lots of love. See you soon.